In our previous video, we saved plant information to a database on one screen so we can view it on a list on another screen. The trick is that we use the \t as a delimiter, and it doesn't look very user-friendly because you see we have just \t's kind of sitting here in the middle of our strings. It's not obvious. This is the name, this is the description, and this is the location. So we want to make that a bit more obvious. And we're going to use some string functions to do that. First of all, we can use a replace all text to very quickly take care of the issue by just replacing the \t with the spaces. So we will try that one first. Later we'll get into a more specific split function. So let's start by refactoring what we have here. What we're doing is in the initialization block, we are creating a list of plant names, and then we're iterating over our TinyDB database to get each plant out. And as we iterate over, we're adding each plant to a list. So we're going to take that last part and we're going to split it up a bit. We're going to make a new variable that's going to make life a lot easier for us. So I'm going to take this initialize local. Okay, that'll give us a new scope. Drag our add items to list up within that initialize local. Okay, this we're going to call plant, like an individual plant. And we are going to initialize this new local variable plant to the value that we get out of our database. Okay, a little bit of rearranging here. There we go. Now you see, if I take this new plant variable and plug them in to this add list to items, add item to list rather, we're going to get the same behavior that we have right now. Nothing has changed yet. All I've done is I've injected a variable between the database call and adding the item to the list. The value of that is that now it makes it a little bit easier for me to do a little bit of parsing. So I can go to text and I can take a look at this replace all text. So what I'll do is I'll grab replace all text. And now what are the different options we have here? Well, the first option is the string that has the characters that we want to replace. Okay, I'm going to assemble this outside, then plug it back in just a moment. So first of all, plant is the full string. It includes the characters that we want to replace. Now segment is what do we want to remove, and replacement is what do we want to replace it with. So I go to text and we're going to use some literals here. Literal is where we have something within the double quotes. So we're going to grab a literal for segment and we want to replace the \t. Now replacement, what do we want to put in its place? Yeah, honestly, empty would be fine. Just to make sure it's actually working, I could do something like space bar space. So we just kind of see a breakdown between the three columns. So now I'm going to take this and we're going to plug it right back in here. And so just a quick review of what we've done with our refactoring. We are getting a value from the database that has the \t's in it. We're saving that to a string called plant. We take the string called plant and we say remove the \t, replace it with a bar. Let's see how it looks when we run it. And we see now we have a more user-friendly format. You see instead of \t, there's a little bar between each item. So the plant name, the description, and the location. We could probably put a legend up above that describes that. So that is replace all text in the AppInventor 2. We'll go ahead. I kind of like this look and feel, to be honest with you, so I'm going to go ahead, stop the video here. In our next video, we will take a look at a more complex parse where we actually cut this up and turn it into its 3 different fields. So I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you.